So welcome to this channel, guys. Hope you all are doing well. I recently done a reading on the kingdom of God, and it started requesting for me to do a reading on the energy of surge. So I am going to do that reading right now and see what transpires from it, and allow for information to come in and support whatever it is that God wants us to know. It says, good news is coming to you all that want to listen to this reading. It's very protective, but it may punish your mindsets at times if it seems like it's telling you off. However, it says it's not easy to listen to some of the readings because the good news is coming through a bad energy, but it also says it's not going to be bad all the time. Now, absolutely everyone has to understand there's good and bad in everything, including God. And God and the mermaid energy, which is coming into the surge energy, as well as God's kingdom energy, is going to be combined. So we've got to see what's going on in that realm. And it says if Jezebel comes up in that reading again, we have karma. So we have to deal with the energies combined to move past the energies of cause and concern. And it says cause and concern is an energy on its own. So we have to write it down in our mindsets to see, is there any time to see a good outcome with this? Because no one's going to see a problem more than you and I, so to speak, in a way that you will see blessings come out of the situation in the end, almost like the light at the end of the tunnel. So we have to warn ourselves to give ourselves good news and move past it. Okay, so however it happens, we will have to look at it in a way that we get karma or not karma, ideally good karma or bad karma, because it can come in either shape or form. And if your right hand is itching right now, it says warning, there is a bill that might need to be attended to, but it's not that. It's a cause and concern of cars and money, because someone here may want cars and money through your energy. And it says only in a victim mentality, because you have a female energy around you that may want to borrow time in your mindset. She could be good or bad or evil. Just pay attention to someone that's trying to come through with a bad omen in your mind. In reality, she's not coming, but she could have heard through the grapevine that you did something or told someone to drop down dead. In reality, it might have been that you said that directly with those words. In another way, you may not have said it at all. So it says, warning, why do you keep punishing me? Why do you keep punishing me? And it says this woman doesn't know why she's punishing you, because she's punished herself with this energy too. And she realized you're just not wanting to be there anymore. So you could be sabotaging something through the mindset of your mind, coming through the energies of a beginning to end something. And it says it will happen in November period, more than you know. Like, it could happen now or it could happen in November. However, it says you're going to witness things in your mindset to have good news through November. And if it doesn't work out in your favor, you will worry more about the situation through cause and concern, because you've got to get past that energy too. Even in the surge energy, it will show you some reasons to believe you've got to read into cause and concern. Okay, so let's get into this surge energy for you and see what absolutely comes through to help you out. You know, victim mentality could be there. It says cause and concern could be there. Cornucopia energy could be there. Your mindset just thinking, what should I do to get rid of this evil demon off of my back, or people that are bothering you? Okay, what can I do through God, and how can I help God move past energies that God is feeling and doesn't know where to go to get good news from angels or even spiritual beings like us that need to help God on the realm bring back the church to God, bring back the church to the mindset of God. Ideally, let God think about church again, wondering why God is in the church, or even there loving on us again, because God has disappeared from the realm of church. But it says it's not completely that God has disappeared altogether. God is there, but God is in a drunken state. And it says you all didn't understand this about God in the kingdom of God. So you've got to understand it in surge energy, because God was slurring or talking a lot of riddles, or maybe talking in a way that it's like, well, what is God trying to say? And God will make you feel like God is not even real in that way. So we have to help God out in the surge energy. If all of you could really read into this energy as an aftermath of cause and concern godlike kingdom energy, or even CERN energy, which is also a part of the God's realm as well. Okay, through angels and demons and stuff like that, is that there's a link to that realm. Okay, so it says, let's dive into it now, with you all believing in good news and your mindsets, and love and light to you all that are witnessing this reading today. Good news. Okay, good news to you all. Now, in regards to money, before we start, it says money is going to enter your life sporadically on Wednesday. It may come on Thursday, but it might come on Wednesday. It says a mindset is going to be there picking on you through every wealth battle of your own. For those of you that are witnessing this problem with a woman, it could be any star sign, by the way. Someone here is trying to trouble you in your mind again to leave their mind alone. Maybe even leave a platform alone, or leave out a problem in your mind. They witness things in the background of their mind a lot, and they realize you need to leave them alone. Don't come to them in their mind or speak to them, but just leave them alone. They will try to warn you that they're moving on, or that they're moving on from a problem. It says this woman does not want to pay you, or she doesn't want to give you money. She's going to harm herself this way, and then she's going to leave you to wonder if you left her alone and her business. Maybe even seeing if you're going to leave her money alone. Maybe even not trouble her anymore with working with her or giving her good news. She does want to build upon success in her mind and see that she's a problematic woman. But it says the trouble is that you may believe her. She's in a trouble of herself. She is causing a scene to you directly as a Scorpio native, a Capricorn, Aquarius, maybe even a Gemini energy, or a Sagittarius. For some of you guys, it could even be a satanic ritual that's gone wrong on this woman. And it says she knows that she's not going to pay attention to the problem up until June ending, because that's when she really has to give you good news or bad news, or leave you alone. It says karma comes to you all like this in the mindset of June, because some of you guys got to move on in June, seeing that it's not going to be easy to come out of a problem. You may all see that you're in a transpiring energy of gorgeousness, like, my word, I'm gorgeous. Or you've seen in yourself that you look better than some people. It says some people don't look that good, and some people look bloody blessed. It says all you need to do is think about it. Maybe even help yourself out of a problem. Maybe even see to yourself that you don't have a problem no more, and maybe even help yourself out of a problem altogether with the cause and concern energy that could come to you in May. It says these energies are not going to see a bad way to your mind. They may not see that you support your mindset with good news either, though. So try to warn yourself that if you've got bad news right now with somebody that wants to ritual you or do bad things to you, it says it's not going to be worth them even looking at you, because they shouldn't even be trying to tolerate a bad omen to get you, if that makes sense. Like, it's a mistake. They should never try to do that to you. And it says directly they've been harming themselves and looking for bad, evil emails, messages, or even venom to try and punish you. Causing a scene again is crutches. Bad news with people that want to use their venom on you with their crutch. Or maybe even punish you with their crutch. Like, they want to have sex with you. But it could be a female energy. And it's like, she doesn't want to punish you for some of you guys. She wants to give you good news. She doesn't want to give you bad news. But for some of you, it's bad news, because you may not want to know this person no more. But it says it's okay. She will leave you alone. She's not trying to come to you. And she will understand that you have moved on, or you don't want to know that she's got good news anyway. So she will move on. But it says all this time you didn't realize that she was going to give you good news anyway, with the mindset that you wanted in the past. However, it says you seek the energy that you've always been seeking ever since you knew this person. So you may not want this person. You may want a past lover or a past friend. However, it says you're not going to see this person again in your mindset, and you may move on and move on and move on. So it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't make you feel like you should see them again anyway, because you've already told them, look, I've moved on. I've got good news with my sex life. My money's good. You know, I'm traveling. I'm doing good work. You know, whatever it is that you've told them that you're doing, even if some of you guys are not telling the truth. Okay, some of you guys are telling the truth, and some of you guys are just telling a hell of a lot of lies just to move on from the karmic situation. However, it says it's better that way, for you all to lie about it and move on. Why? Because it's better for you to see that blessings could come in another way in your life, instead of moving on in your mindset with better outcomes or bad mood situations that are going to transpire in your mindset with no way out. Okay, it says you all have been put under surge energy for a reason. Meanwhile, the surge energy is not going to be a problem to you, but it's going to be a problem to them. Maybe because they've seen you in a better mood in the past and not seeing you in a good mood now. But it says they warn you not to come back anyway, because it doesn't really make sense for you to come back and be a bad omen to them. Okay, you may see that you're going to be a bad omen to them anyway, because you've tried to warn them in the past that you've been bad to them, or that you're going to be bad to them, or that you see them in a bad light, so you're not going to treat them very well. However, it doesn't say why you do that to them. They could be the bestest friend you ever had. They could be the genius that you never had in your life, and you may even need them, but you don't realize it, or you feel too egoistic and you don't want to control the energy in your mindset. However, it says you don't need this person to come back in your mind and help you. You want to pass away from the problem. You want to leave that individual alone and leave them to wonder why they even tried in the first place. It says karma comes to you now that you see that you had to move on. Why did you leave them alone? It says, do you know now that you're feeling the pain and you didn't realize you were going to feel pain like that? For all that they've done for you to help you in life and put you through karmic situations that could have led towards good situations, because at times majority of them wanted to help you into a good situation, even through sexual energy that was going to help you to release bad news. However, it says it's not going to work out now if you come to them, because they might be moody. It might bring up the past energy. It might even see that you've got demon energy to pass through your mindset about situations. And it says you may not want to help them anymore. So it's better that you move forward in your mindset to have good news with your life instead of watching them. Because you could be watching them right now and thinking, should I call them? Should I text them? Should I message them? Like, I like them so much. I wish I didn't tell them that I've got a girlfriend. I wish I didn't tell them that I moved on. No wonder you feel so down and depressed now. It says the situation unfolded in a way that you shouldn't have seen them anyway. But you could have been haunting their energy a lot. So you may miss them a lot more than you realize. Like, you lost a good friend. Like, this person was a good friend to you, or they could have been, because they're very honest. They're very equal to your mind. They're not going to lead you astray. They're not going to make you feel like punishments are always going to come to your brain. They're not going to see you in a bad way all the time of, your mindset. Because it's like, even though this person realizes you're a liar, or you're a manipulator, or you truth tell sometimes, but not all the time, or you may be honest once in a while, or you're just an individual that likes to be bad mood, or you try to tell good news, but then it turns out to be bad all the time. It says some of you guys are going through different scenarios with that energy, but you always seem to like them being punished under your thumb. Maybe even under your mindset, maybe even bruise their ego at times when you don't like them enough, or you feel like you're not good enough for them, so you bash them instead, making them feel less down for your problems. And it says equally given transgression is something that you may have participated in with their mindset, giving them bad news through your mindset. And it says it's a punishment that should be resolved today. Because you should pay attention to the problems that you've had in your mindset overall with the surge energy that's coming in. It says a surge energy is going to build you up right now under the roof of your own. Even when this surge doesn't give you good news to participate in their mind no longer, it helps you to move past a problem in their mind. It makes you believe that you're no longer going to have access to them, but you're no longer going to have problems in your mindset to think about giving another person a problem. It says it's a bad omen, really, because this person doesn't deserve to be used like this, but it says it's a punishment for them. However, it says why God uses them to get punished is not going to be easy. However, it says Satan is the answer, I'm telling you. So therefore, God wants Satan to know to stop punishing their favorite minds. Ideally, God has God's favorites, and Scorpio and Sagittarius and Virgo has their favorites in regards to the special needs outcome in their mind, which is their brainwaves telling them, I have gifts. Don't you punish them. Things that I'm doing with my mind to help people and make sure I have good news. Don't you dare punish them, evil one. So God is asking for you right now, you people, you demonic people, that are punishing people with bad outcomes to have sexual mental health problems for you because all you wanted them for was sex in the first place. Mind you, they've come back now to offer you just the same idea to give you the upper hand, in fact. But it says not really, because their mindset can change and say, well, boy, you know what? Let me take a little right now while you're under the weather. Or maybe let me take a little now while I'm waiting in the meantime to get good news. However, God says, I'm not allowing you to do that. Let them suffer. Let them perish. Let them go under. Let me see how I can help you past the problem. Not those that wanted it for fun and says, boy, I will punish you with it, with my vagina. No, the ones that want to punish you with their vagina, they're going to get a comments. Like, you know, they're going to get their comments in some way. They're going to get a bad omen to their name in some way. The ones that came and said, you know what? I'm not really wanting you back, but I will have sex with you based on the fact that you wanted me before. We didn't quite work it out. I don't necessarily want to be a sex toy to you, but I do want sex. I am horny and I'm tired and I haven't been with anyone since I've been with you, and I loved you, but I can't think of who to give my body to. You're the only one that's close to me in my mind. Well, God says, I'm blessing you. God says, you know something, you have been waiting a long time. For those of you that haven't really given yourself good outcomes, I'm blessing you with a personal problem of your own, though. You will take it or leave it. It says evil-spirited mind games of a man that didn't want you, but he pretended to want you. In the mind you. He wasn't showing you this verbally, but he was telling you this with words. In a way that it's like, I'm flirting with you. You know I like you, but I don't like you. And at the same time, I'm punishing you. And I will play with your items. I will play with your things. I'll even punish you with those things because you may not be able to use them again once I've wrecked them. I'm going to give you bad news through spiritual warfare of boyfriends that you think you can have and you can't have them. You're going to get punished thinking that you feel like I like you and then I don't like you. And then you think I like you because you think you're hot. No, you're stubborn. You're going to get men that think they're hot in their head sexually, body looking fine, sexy and everything. And then you're going to get punished with them because they ain't going to like you. They're going to think you're not good enough or you're not sexy enough because you think I like you. This is where they went wrong. Who told them to do that? Gosh, who told them to do that? Oh, my Scorpios, you guys are going through it the most, more than anyone. Mind you, Virgo's going through it a lot as well. And victim mentality of Pisces is going through it too. Even Pisces says, what the bloody hell did I do to deserve this? Because this man keeps repeating his name in my head. And he keeps punishing me whenever I look at a certain somebody. Like there's a certain person that I like and I think, you know what, he is hot and his mindset is not bad. But then I realize I've been manipulated. It's trying to say Nubia again. We'll get into that. But it says, I've been manipulated again by the punishment of this Aries energy that's trying to come in and punish me again. Because Aries is trying to show you this energy was just a risk-taking factor in your life. You don't need to worry about it. It's not the man that was meant to come and punish you. It was the man that was punishing you previously that said you were going to get all these problems with the new guy that really likes you, that doesn't like you, because he punishes mine off of the mindset of a man that cursed him, that's going to get a punishment. So it says, hey, did you not know that you missed me? I'm gorgeous. Hence why there's another person that also wants to punish you as well. And it says it could be the next door neighbor's friend or a son's friend, or it could be the punishment of a church or a person named after the god or a church. They are punishing you also. It says these people have been punishing you for years, and the fact is that you're not going to get any sexual mental health in good ways or good love because these punishments keep coming to haunt you through their energy. It says time and time again you try to warn your children or your family member or your neighbor or your neighbor's friend not to punish you through the mindset of God or through the mindset of love or through the mindset of family or through the mindset of filthy things that could come into your mind because it's personal. Now, when this person says he's going to talk about you to every friend, then he says he's not going to do it. He made sure he did it. Could be a friend of yours, could be a family member, could be a personal traitor, He went around and he spoke about you like a dog. Talked about you underneath needing time alone, or maybe even needing some sex from somebody, or maybe even needing a lick or a suck. And it says you didn't even know how bad it was. This person was talking about you like a dog. And it says, do you know that you should have never allowed your mindset to even punish your mind even more by talking about a parent or a family member or somebody around you that made you look so stupid, to the point where this person says, I'm not sticking up for you because you needed something that you were getting and you didn't realize that I was coming in the building trying to get good news with my mindset on yours to say hi mum or hi friend or hi neighbor or hi whoever, because they heard you having sex with someone to the point they went and gossiped about you all around town or all around their friendship group or all around family members or all around the neighborhood, all around the community. It says, do you know this person never stopped gossiping about you to this day? Even this morning, this person had it in their head to talk about it again. But you know, this person can't stop punishing their mind around why they keep punishing you. Do you know the sexual energy that they've been given by your mindset keeps looking at you like, why'd you do that for? Wait a minute, because you heard me have sex, I should punish my mind. Do you fancy me? Do you like me or something? Is it that you wanted some? What is your problem? It says, do you know I'm a negative spirit? And I could communicate death wishes to certain people's ears because some of these people are black and want to be known as niggers in their head. Some of them are white but want to be known as racist comments in their head as well, like pig or trollop or disease, mental health factors of a white man. Like they would rather call themselves negative spirited things in their system to harm the facts that they do need these energies to transpire bad news in their mindsets to keep moving forward in ways they don't even understand. This is a bad seed in their minds. They're planting bad words around the surge energy to communicate death wishes to themselves constantly, year after year. They just keep doing it. And it says, my word, this happened years ago for some of you, you know. This could have happened in year 2002. This could have happened in the year 2003. This could have happened in the year 2024. This could have happened in the year 2005. It could have happened only yesterday, but the truth of the matter is, Scorpio, it only happened enough for them to see it once. And they took it and they ran and they went in their mindsets about the situation constantly and they never looked back. They said they kept looking at a problem in their mind ongoing and they never knew how to look back. Like they wanted to know that that situation with you having sex with someone was going to be a problem. Do you know how bad that is? Somebody seeing you for a slut or a whore, all because you was having sex with someone that you probably never saw again, or you still see them till this day, and it's all a problem in their mind forever. That's so silly. And it says, no wonder you can't have peace. This person uses that energy to curse you daily to their friends, their family members, to everyone, and they can't give you any peace with that energy because they're tired of warning you you're not good enough for yourself, for your mind, for anyone, all because you did something that was not godly to them, but in your mindset it was godly to you. Hence why we need to talk about surge, because the strength and the power that they want to give you through their mindset is never going to be equal to yours. You have strengths in yourself that are going to penetrate through your mindset and give yourself good news. You would never want to give yourself bad news. You would never want to give yourself problems, but the love in you is going to personally give your trait energy good news all over again. And you would never give yourself bad news through any energy of your personal parts like your vagina, or any of you that are using your personal parts like, you know, your cock, your dick, you know, some of you might call it your willy, some of you guys might call it your fanny. Now, it's coming out in that way directly because there's a spiritual energy that's guiding this energy in the cause and concern energy. So it's going to come out very explicit. So please excuse my language. Please understand that we are very much in the regulation of speaking about it. Okay, it's not going to be any kind of GP video. It's very, very raunchy, R-rated. And it will be that you all speak to your teaching abilities about the mindset that we have here, because we do speak in ways that you have to use your brain a lot to go through problem solving. Okay, but the truth is, it's going to be under oath for you to understand that we're not going to give up. We have to give you energies that are going to help you past a problem, past things that you didn't understand why you're going through it. Where's it going with your love life? Why do you feel like you need to go through those problems? Why do you feel like bad news could come to you and your personal parts downstairs? Ideally, your intimate section. It says, do you know that you're not going to go through these things all the days of your life? Because people have to understand to respect those areas as well. You may not be respecting it at times, but people have to respect it too. So when they're talking about you with all kind of ways to their friends or to people, what makes you think that they're not going to be giving themselves bad news? When they want to disrespect your personal parts the way you may or may not have, do they feel like they've got the upper hand or they're better than you in some way? No, they're not. So when they want to speak about you through karma and bad news energy and through witnesses telling them that they have to teach you a lesson because you're going to bring it up one day and you're going to speak about it. Well, speak about it to who and for what and why? Did I owe you that? And why do you feel like you're so determined to hear about it? What happened to you? Why do you feel like you need to own my body parts in your mind and in your mouth over and over again with your tongue? Like, what made you think that you own it in a way that you can talk about it and curse it out? Or maybe gossip about it and go around town and lie and tell people all kind of different things because you don't know how to solve a problem in your head? Do you know you have witnessed things in your mindset that you don't understand why you're doing that? And it says this evil spirit, if his name begins with a O or a R or a N or a V or a A or a L or a D, you're in trouble. That's a he, by the way. You're in trouble. If anyone's name begins with those letters and he's saying it, you're in trouble. Because this person says he doesn't know what it is with you, but he realizes he's going to have bad moods with you. He doesn't want to say anything bad with you, but he's got cards to read on you one day. He wants to know that you're going to have bad news one day with whatever it is that you're teaching him to look at, and you're not teaching him to look at nothing other than you're personal about your business. You teach yourself things in the mindset to look at things in a way that he doesn't even understand, but yet he feels like he's got to read you in a way that he's going to understand you. There's nothing to understand more than what he wants to know with his curiosity. The mental health in his mindset wants to know that he can read things directly in his mind and punish you. This is where surge energy comes from. People that want to punish people with the negative aspects of kingdom come, thy will be done energy, that's going to punish them and make them feel bad news could come again and again and again and again and again and again and again because they feel they are holier than thou. All this time, he's just flexing his muscles. He's using his strength. He's dying out of it, though, because it's not going to be working in his favor. After all, the strength that he wants to use on you is not going to come back in a good way. He would have to realize, why did he do that for? Then it doesn't work out in his favor again. Because he says he doesn't know why he's punishing himself to look for you again. If you've offered yourself time off from him, fair enough. But if you haven't, then please don't come back to his mindset about things that you feel like you could have, because he doesn't want to see you in a good way anyway. And he doesn't want to see you in a bad way, but he doesn't necessarily want to see you in a way that you've got karma to give yourself in good ways. So this is where the bad news comes for you and your mindset around a childish person, a person that's got victim mentality, a person that sees themselves as good beyond you because they've got God by their side, but really it's not God, it's Satan. It says, do you know this person realized that they had God by their side and they didn't really have God by their side? No, because this is Satan. This is not Satan's energy to some of you, but it really is. And it says, when you realize you got to read into why Satan is looking into your mindset so badly, because this Satanist wants to come back to your mind and say something to you. This person thought they were God because they go to church once in a while, maybe often even. This person says, I know I go to church. I even speak to you around my friends. I have a friend called Godwin. Some of you don't even know that this person has a friend called Godwin. Some of you don't even realize that this friend is God in their mind, and really it's Satan. It says, do you know this Satanist doesn't realize their grandmother is looking at them so deeply in their mindset right now, even if they're in spirit? Ideally, this ghost is looking at them so deeply. It says the spirit around this person is demonic. Demonic. And it says, do you know that you don't even want to be around this person's set on your mind about the situation, because the demons are coming out to display itself through this personal problem of this mindset that he has around you. And you may see things through a woman's mindset as well that you feel like is not good. You might even believe, oh, it's not good to be around this person, but it says, no, God doesn't blame you. You've got to go down the road where victory is. Try to warn yourself you're not going to see yourself through a problem all the time. You're not going to even see a problem come and erase itself that easy. It will come about and it will stay around you for a long time, or maybe even forever sometimes when the person doesn't want to leave. But it says karma comes to them. Eventually they have to flee, or they have to stop doing what they're doing. And you will see this person stop doing what they're doing in November this year, in fact, because they realize they need you too much in November, or maybe even before then. And it says karma comes to them very heavily for something that they saw coming in the first place, but they didn't realize why. Because it says, do you know you was helping this person to transgress their problems into good news and show them how to be a good citizen, or maybe even see that bad news could never come to them as long as they believe in God. It says through the energy of karma, through the energy of love, through the energy of I'm helping you out. Can you not see I'm training you up to be something great in life? I really love you. I want you to do well. This person manipulated the hell out of themselves by this time. They should have never punished themselves. They never wanted to punish themselves. They just knew that they couldn't cope. In their brain, they had to crash. Maybe a car even, but it says not really in that way. Maybe it just looks like it was gonna happen and they just took hold of their head in a way that they didn't know how. Like, it was gonna be so bad because their focus was gonna be on you in a bad way, so it ended up crashing their head in a bad way when they thought about what they had to do on that day in a bad way. Now they can't live in their mindset about it. But it says, don't worry, hence why Scorpio energy is going to help you again. And all of you will realize why in November or before then. Because Surge energy is going to protect those that protect themselves through karma. And it says most of you will not see Sagittarius energy come about in a good way for your brains to help you out of a problem. Because it says you will see a problem come to you through your vagina or not. But it won't be a problem anymore when it comes to you. Okay, because it says you've got karma with two mindsets that don't want you no more, but they realize they need you. And it says one of them could be on a ship or on a boat, maybe sailing the seven seas, honey. And it says for some of you, it's not going to be easy for that one to live in their mind about you anymore, because they really liked you, but they've got to move on. So they will be leaving you by October or November time, but they've got to move on personally in their head, because they're seeing something that they're looking at to go and, go after again. It could be the same idea they had with you, with punishments that they gave your mindset, but either way, they've got to move on. Now, the second one may not like you as much as they think they do right now. However, it says this person's just got to move on anyway, because karma's with them. They may even want to sing to you in your mind, maybe want to speak to you or look at you in your mindset. So if you read some cards, honey, you might even see them gazing at you. Like, why is that person just sitting down watching me? He's got karma. She's got karma. Whoever that person is, they got karma. They know that they shouldn't have spoken to you in a deadly way. Maybe even in a punishment way, or made you feel less than, or made you feel like you was burnt out. Couldn't even stand up for yourself. This person's got karma. They realize they should never have done that to you. It says directly this person's got karma. Even when they don't want to show it to you, they've got karma. Don't ever talk to you like that. It's not necessary. Like, you witnessed things in your mindset and said, you know what, I love the way you are, but I don't have to bruise myself again and again and again for you. Who the hell do you think you are? Do you want to drag me down the wrong road to make me feel like shit and I shouldn't stick up for myself? You was only just sticking up for yourself. You should be able to. You are loved in your mindset for who you are at times, in a way that you know you love yourself, or they just love you and they can't admit it, but you are loved. You can't see yourself in that way sometimes, but you're going to have to see it in another way. And the thing is, rich girl, poor girl, it doesn't matter who you are. You're blessed. Yeah? Some of you guys are females. Some of you guys are males. Some of you guys got to deal with situations in ways that you've got karma, because they don't want to leave you alone in your head. They want to look at you and look at you all day long if they could, or even try and come back to you if they could ring you again. Hence why you might have blocked them and you're like, bloody hell, I'm not going back to them. Let them sod off. Nah, they're going to call you through private number. Maybe they're used to this. Maybe they know people block them after they do some dumbass rubbish. Maybe they know that you're going to see them again through their mindset and tell them off, but they're ready to tidy your head again on who they are, causing a scene around your mind. I like you. Let me be nasty to you again. It says this person's got karma. They do it all the time. Don't even pay attention to them. Leave them to it. As Scorpio females as well, for you all that are going through this, sorry that you're going through a personal problem. It's so hard to say goodbye to certain things in your mindset around a situation that a parent has punished you with. A mother figure. A woman. A dying dad could have passed you in your mind about things as well and says, no, he ain't coming back to give you good news. But it says he knows why. He needs to let go. And it says, even if you're a woman and you saw problems ongoing every day of your life and you knew that your parents couldn't help you, sorry again, my lovely Scorpios. It says, for you all that are Libras, you may have gone through this too. And we are so sorry you've gone through it, Libras. My gosh, Virgo, you could be a part of this, and Leo. Many thanks to you all that are noticing how much trouble you've got. We're sorry. Because we don't realize how much we need to help the community sometimes. Sometimes we need to give back to the community where we've got good love to give them. Well-being is a factor. We want to help you past the problem. We want to make sure that you're delicately taken care of. We want to make sure your mindset is loved. We want to make sure that you take care of your mind to take care of your personal belongings, including your body, your mind, and your spirit. Including your own well-being to the point you don't let anyone take advantage of you, especially you Leos. Libras, we could talk for you too. We could talk for you too. See, that's coming out as tea, honey, because people be gossiping. Yeah? But we could talk for you too, because there's karma. All right? And it says, we're sorry that we don't know how to help some of you because you might be stubborn. We really do want to help you, some of us. Okay? But we don't know how to help you if you don't know how to help yourself. There's that tea as well. There's that problem. Okay? So we're going to honor you guys and respect you and cheer you on and love you and give you good news and guide you through an earth sign energy, which is Taurus, to give you back good news through your karmic value systems of love. And we want you to know to respect yourself all the time. Make sure you commit to that. Don't let no one take advantage of you. Nobody. No male, no female, no animal, no justice system, no evil law, no nothing. Do you understand? And make sure you do know your laws, because you still have to respect the laws and the justice system. And you have to respect God. Definitely respect God. Even the demon Satan, you got to respect to a certain degree. You don't want things troubling you there. You've got to understand spirit does not speak in your language at times, but you've got to understand theirs when you've got to get yourself away from a problem. Make sure that they are listening to you, because they wouldn't want to get struck by your lightning. They're not going to come to you with their demon-sized evil enemy energy either. They understand that you build yourself around a problem. You want to know their problems are there, but you didn't really care to hear everything. Or maybe you do hear everything, but you choose what you want to hear. You don't have to listen to everyone, especially if your native sign is Scorpio, because some of you guys will listen and some of you guys will be like, I don't have to listen to you. You're chatting rubbish. And you have every right to tell them, look, you're chatting shit. I can hear it straight away. I don't want to hear you because it keeps coming out in that way every time you keep beating me down with your problem, Aquarius. Because Aquarius could be doing this to you. And it says, damn, you're going through it really bad if you're a Scorpio female. More than any man. Mostly the females that have to go through this with their partner, a mother, a father, a child, or witnesses out there, people in the street, people that are going through problems. We are so sorry you're going through Aquarius energy that is dealing with you in bad ways. There is troubles there, but you will see better news in the end with time after time. Libra says they know who you are, they know how you've dealt with things, and they know they don't want to deal with you anymore, but they feel sorry that you've gone through anything because they realize you go through a lot. They don't even know how to be your friend. They never knew how to be your friend, and you go through hell and back and don't know how to come back from hell sometimes, but you find your way back as a Scorpio rising sign, or you find your way back as a Scorpio native in the sun sign of Scorpio, and friggin' hell, you fly through Venus's energy so fast to get yourself into good news and beautify yourself and love yourself and feel best friend energy with yourself and give yourself so much great news. And congratulations if you did it, Scorpio, because you're one of the ones that needs surge energy the most to protect you through kindness, through love energy, and through good news of God's wrath that's not going to protect you at times, because God is healing. We have to warn you of that through God's energy, because God wants you to know God is healing right now. Hence why you might not be able to hear God, you might not be able to see God, might have to go and search for God and make sure God is okay. Do you understand? God is battered and bruised by Satan's wrath. Do you know how hard it's been? And the people following Satan's wrath, it's been going on for years. This has been going on for too long. God can't even see a way forward. God says, bring me the church. Make the church heal me. I need Jesus. God says, I need Jesus. Jesus is by my side sometimes, but Jesus goes off and heals people. And then I can't find Jesus. Can you go and look for Jesus again, please? I need Jesus. Oh. Do you know that's so sad? Because that is God's son. God needs Jesus. Some of you guys might have to be God's Jesus. Because God is tired of Satan's wrath. Do you know how bad it's been recently, of late, with Satan tidying the heads of people, punishing them with tidy head of punishment? Do you know what that means? I'm going to fix your head up, but I'm going to make sure you understand punishment runs through your veins. That's sick. That is so sick, to the point you have to be sick with Satan. Satan's sick, so you have to be sick too in the brain. People around you are sick. They've been sick. But oh no, they want you to be sick too. And you got to be sick. Oh, hell no. That's why Scorpio ain't having it. Scorpio says, well, I know I'm Scorpio for a reason. I'm not going to allow you to go through it. And I know I have to fly into God's kingdom and find out what's going on with God, because God is Scorpio too. But I'm not going to let God down, because I need to help my Scorpio out. Do you understand? I love me some God, and I'm not going to hear God doesn't love me, because I know I love me some God. Okay? But it says you're not going to witness things right now in your mindset. So you've got to move past it in a way that you've got good news. So, Scorpios, you will have better news in the end. You're not going to see a problem all the time. You'll see that ideally you'll have aftermath of good news, and then you'll witness things again in your mind that will see blessings come to you all. Certainly wouldn't want to have bad news with sister energy, Virgo, Cancer, Libra even as well. They're your sister signs. Sometimes Sagittarius is your sister sign too. Maybe even Pisces, because they're definitely a water sign. They're sister signs of yours and Cancerian. But it says even Gemini, they want to be your sister sign too. So all of them might come together and help you out in years to come. Right now, they don't really want to do much to help you, but you'll see that you'll get help somehow. It's not going to be easy all the time, but you are loved. Okay? You might even see it through Sagittarius sometimes, in a way that Aries is there looking on like, all right, I'll join in. Yeah? Leo doesn't like it all the time, but they will help once in a while. Okay? Virgos doesn't even like it all the time either, but they love you. So they're going to help you out. And you'll all help each other out as sisters. Brothers even, for some of you guys that are brothers. Okay? So right now we're going to see you pass a bad omen in your mindset with people teaching you a lesson through surge energy, but you will feel like you've come out on the other side and helped yourself out of problems. So don't give yourself too much problems any more than that. Love yourself and see the light at the end of the tunnel, and bless yourself today, tomorrow and every day through karma that's given to you in good news. Energies of surge is going to siege. Okay, it's going to be a siege, like it's going to come to a standstill. It's not going to be there forever. And you'll see blessings always. Excuse my cold. And it says through Christ the Lord as well. You're going to have better news in the end, my lovelies, okay? So with that being said, we'll speak to you in the next reading of Surge. Karma is there, but look after yourself. Take care, my lovelies. Bye.